Hey guys, welcome to Aviator's Garage, and I want to show you the FED Star 100 treadmill. By far one of the most impressive, cost-effective treadmills that I've seen in a long time. I'm always looking for stuff that can help me level up my workout, so let's get into this treadmill. So if you work out at home like me, probably space is a premium, right? You can see that I use half of my garage for my home gym. This thing, by far, for me, as a treadmill, is an absolute game changer. I mean, it weighs roughly, I think, 160 pounds. It's really not too bad. But in order to get this thing up and running, it just takes a few simple, easy steps. Oh, I need electricity. Haha. And just like that, I am ready to rock on this treadmill. By far one of the coolest designs I think I have ever seen. You get a nice little countdown, and bam. Simple touch operation. Quick keys right there for you. Time to get some cardio, baby. One pro about this treadmill is I did not have to assemble a single thing. It was ready to rock right out of the box. I just, that's awesome. That is awesome. I mean, I'm 45 years old. I got 2 young kids at home. Time is such an important part of my day. I try to squeeze in whatever workout I can. Saving time like that is just phenomenal. And quite honestly, I have seen things on the market that are thousands of dollars, and you have to put them together and it takes hours. So really, FED, awesome job with that. Awesome. So let's talk about unboxing it. Yeah. Awesome, thanks. All right, so far, wow, I'm actually very impressed with how this thing feels and the quality. So I'm super excited to give it a whirl. It looks like it's already put together. Man, that's awesome. All right, I unboxed it. This is my first actual unfolding it. I'm being brutally honest. I'm very impressed by this treadmill so far. I haven't even used it yet, but I'm very impressed with it. The screen, wireless charger. I already love how sleek it is when I'm in it. Man, I can already feel with my feet, it's just got a really good feel. And the footprint on this thing is absolutely insane. It's late tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get into using it tomorrow. But man, good job with this. There are some limitations that this treadmill will be able to provide you. First, it's definitely not commercial grade. I would not give it that rating whatsoever, but home use between you and your family, you and your wife, you and the husband, whatever you need, this thing will definitely take care of that. Now, if you're an avid professional runner, obviously, I don't think this is something that would be your speed. But for me, what I like to do is HIIT training, where I do cardio incorporated with powerlifting, functional training, or even some leg press and lifts. Plus, I need the space. This thing is absolute money. Oh, I guarantee you will love it. It's definitely well worth the price, especially to other comparable things out on the market. Some of the things you have to get used to. It's a very, very simplistic setup here. Very simple. You make sure that your key, your safety key, is in the machine, And the next thing you do, you just push start, everything lights up. You've got a beautiful LCD screen here. It's real simple, straight to the point. And all you have to do is you push start, you get your countdown timer, and now what you're gonna be doing is you can go your positive speed here, which it kind of takes a little time to get used to. You gotta get a nice, good press, nothing major. And if you're running kind of quickly, what I do is I grip my hands here, then I use my thumb. And it's really, really easy to manipulate the speed, no problem. Now you can see, here's your incline over here. On this side right here, you've got your distance. So it is intense of a mile. I've been going for 2 minutes and 19 seconds. And now what you'll see, hopefully pretty soon here, is this changes to 0.1. The one thing you don't see is the actual, like the hundredths of a mile for those people that are really making sure that they can be very precise on how much they're running. Not a big deal for me. I generally go by time, so I know I can get my heart rate up. But you can see it's taking a while for me to show any progress. The other thing too is it gives this little dash meter here, but I think it only goes up to 400 meters. It doesn't go all the way around like what you'd see in a lot of treadmills. They'll kind of show you where as if you were running around a quarter-mile track. So not a big deal for me, not a game changer. Finally hit 1/10 of a mile. The other thing over here is your incline. You can see it's very, very basic, super basic. So in order to change the incline, I got two quick changes right here, 6 degrees, 9 degrees. And here, I'll send it to 9 degrees. And there is a worm gear inside that motor housing that's actually pushing up the treadmill, no problem. And for me, more than adequate. It's doing a great job. The treadmill itself, the actual belt, I was really worried with these lower budget treadmills that I would feel like a skipping, like almost like you would feel like the treadmill was stopping. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Almost like as if you're, you know, it needs to be maintained better, like the treadmill needs a new belt. Whenever I get on real cheap treadmills, I always feel that. I weigh 235 pounds. This is having zero issues with that. So the technology in this is actually pretty robust. Some more of the limitations with this machine itself is it will only go up to a 12-degree incline. So you're only gonna get 12 degrees of actual hill action with this thing. And the other thing for you sprinters out there, this thing, I believe, let's see, I'm pretty sure it caps out at, I want to say it was 11.2 miles per hour. And you can see how long it takes to get to it. It's 110 volts and it's speeding up. I know for a fact I'd be able to get on this no problem without it falling apart. I'm super confident in it. I just don't run that fast. I do a nice 6-mile-an-hour jog for about maybe a quarter of a mile. Then I take a break and I get into my other training over here. But I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's actually very quiet for a treadmill. I'm definitely hear it working. You can hear it running. And I think it's doing a really, really good job. Now, safety feature, let's see how quick it stops. And there's the error 7 code, which just means it does not have the safety switch installed. So that's pretty good. Man, it's just down and dirty, to the point, a treadmill. And yes, I think it says its weight limitation is 265 pounds. I'm 235 pounds on a good day. It doesn't wobble, it doesn't shake. The one thing I would say is just you gotta be very cognizant, making sure you're setting it up correctly, because this does shake a little bit. It's just enough for me to jump and get off the treadmill when I'm trying to set things up. So it's definitely more than adequate for somebody using it at the house. Man, I love this thing. Some other features that I forgot to mention on this is it does have heart rating capability. It does have Bluetooth to link to your favorite heart reading device. And it also does have some Bluetooth speakers. I'm not gonna lie, the Bluetooth speakers, they really aren't that good. I would not buy this treadmill for the speakers whatsoever. My iPhone that I'm using to film with right now has a way better speaker system. But the thought, that's what counts, right? But one thing I love the most is I love the deep pockets right here. So you could put whatever container you use for your protein, pre-workout, whatever it is, have zero issues. And then the cool thing about this right here is it's a wireless charger. Yes, a wireless charger, and it works no problem. The phone, I don't know if you can see in the reflection, I've got a case with the metal ring around it. I can set this down in here, no problem, my phone starts charging. So there's also something else that's really cool. iPad. Real simple for you guys that take long walks and watch movies. Boom. There's a little lip right here where you can put your iPad and it leans perfectly up against it. And now you can watch your movie, or you can do whatever workouts, whatever running apps you have. Super simple. And I've seen treadmills out there that are built like spaceships, and they've got all this crazy touch screen stuff, and it increases the price. I think some of these treadmills are over $5,000, $6,000, maybe even $7,000, $10,000. Those just are way too difficult for me to understand and not what I'm looking for, because I just want to get to my workout, do my cardio, and move on. And then if I need to, I can pack this thing up and get it out of sight. No problems with this specific model itself. All right, let's talk dimensions. I roughly run at about 54 inches tall when fully set up, and that's at the 12-degree incline. And you're looking at roughly, realistically, about 69 inches of space lengthwise and just under 28 inches total space. So let's break the thing down and see how much that takes. It's probably going to be even less. All right, first, let's go ahead and turn it off, pull out the power cord. Next thing is you want to flatten the screen. From flattening the screen, you take these two little clips, you push them in to unlock the top handle. And now last but not least, you push down on this foot plate here, push down, and it wants to fold down. And we are folded up, ready to store. So let's just see how high it is. It's identically the same footprint as before. I said about 69 and 24 inches. So let's see how high it actually goes. See if you can fit it underneath the bed. Well, that's underneath 11 inches total. I'm including the screen and then also these little doohickeys right here that help prop it up if you want to store it up against the wall. And you can see in my garage, I have it packed with a Rick Keep 4750 P-Max, my Inspire SF3. I've also got an A10 hack squat by Rick Keep outside that I wheel in with casters. Space is at a premium to me. I just want to show one-handed, no problem for me, to be able to pick this thing up, put it right up against any wall, whatever I need, and I can secure it, or I can wheel it underneath a bed if I need to. But chances are it's probably not going to end up in a bed because I work out in my garage. But chances are it's not going to end up under a bed because you can see I work out in my garage. So how does it feel when you're actually running on it? And I just want to show, this is the bottom side of the treadmill here. I want to show you the buffering that they did here. Like, see the mounting? This rubber joint here. There's another blue one right here. This is 100% solid steel. And that is just so that you can pull it out. There's a, kind of looks like this is almost engine mounting material. But when I'm running on this, it feels fine. It's not stiff. It's not bouncy. It's not rickety or wobbly. All right, maybe this part, when it's extended fully up, is a little rickety, but I expect that because you can't have everything in such a compact design. The base itself, totally solid, totally smooth to run on for my purposes. Remember, I'm not a marathon runner. I'm a guy that just switches up between to here, some core workouts, maybe some leg presses, back to a treadmill. And when I need the space, this is how much space it takes. All right. Oh, I love it. Super awesome design. So that was a really good overview of everything that I've learned and done with this treadmill. Let's talk about the website because I believe there's a great deal on it right now. So let's get into that. Okay, I'm on a trip right now. Just got done with the hotel gym. This is FED Fitness's website, and I wanted to, FED Fitness is the people who make the FED Folding Treadmill. And I really want to point this out because Black Friday is coming up. And you can get this thing for $900. Regularly, it goes for $1,400. And let's check this out. I'll go ahead and throw in a link, all that good stuff for you down below. So that way you can go ahead and get those savings because I'm really impressed by this treadmill. I know things are kind of being filmed out of order, but I've ran about at least 25, 30 miles on it. And this thing is actually really robust. So let's take a look at it here. And you can see how it folds and unfolds. This thing is perfect for anybody who has a very tight space inside of their house. And you you need to do something. I mean, you are not a professional runner, but you like to walk and watch a movie. I know a lot of people that do that. It helps keep their weight down, keeps them active. And you could store this thing under a bed when you're done. It's so easy. It takes a little quick second, a little learning curve to get used to. You can see it's got a really big running space. For me, I'm 5'10", not a big deal. Even if I was taller, it wouldn't be a big deal. The only thing is you got to be concerned with it does have a 265-pound weight limit. So now moving on from there, everything's very simple. 11.2 mile per hour speed. I don't ever go over 8.5 miles an hour. And if I try to, it's probably going to cause some pain, old Army injuries. I'm not going to do that. So the other thing is the absorbing pads that you can see, they work. It's fine. It's really good. And I am super impressed by in this small, teeny little package, you even get incline as well. You don't get decline, but you get incline all the way 12 levels. The moving wheels are very, very robust. They're kind of like skateboarders' wheels, whatever you want to call it. They're very smooth, and it makes it very easy. On how strong you are, how big your guns are, you may need a little help moving it around. It does go up to, I think it weighs, let me see here when I can find it. It's not heavy, but it's definitely something to consider when you're trying to move it around, okay? But it is very portable. I do like that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the two little speakers in there, it's a nice little touch. I think they could have saved a little money Bluetooth wise. There's so many things you can buy on the side. The speakers are kind of not that great, but they're there if you need them. Training modes, there's all these other different types of modes that you can get in there, and you can program it. You can have it do things on your own. If you want to set it and forget it and watch a movie, put your iPad up on this little console there, you can do it. It's got all in one time, distance, time mode, calorie burn mode. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, it's got a Bluetooth in it. So that way you can track your calories while you're going through your workouts. You can even custom the programs. Obviously, this was primarily introduced in France. That's why it has a little E there, but not a big deal. It does have obviously some safety, but you can see how it stores upright. These two little arms come out, and that's how it stands. However, I don't think I would ever really store it that way unless if I could put it in the closet out of the way. Function display, very, very simple. Right here, I want to point this out. Everything's very smooth. It's very easy to clean. It's all pressure sensitive, or not pressure sensitive, touch sensitive. So you have some quick keys here. Now, mind you, it is kilometers versus, it's primarily built for kilometers versus miles per hour. So you're going to see that it's going to be off a little bit. 3.7 and 5.6 for those two toggles. I do wish they threw in one more little toggle in there to make it a little bit quicker. Like you want to get your heart rate up because you're doing some type of HIIT workouts, but it doesn't have that. These storage bins, super deep. And right here, you can see where the two sensors are for your heart rate, and that'll pop up on the screen over here. But right here, it even displays. I use it for wireless charging. The wireless charging isn't really finicky. The thing is, the machine has to be on and running for it to actually charge your phone, okay? If you have a wireless charger, just like what you have on mine, even with this case, no problem charging my phone. The only thing is, as soon as I stop running, that's when everything stops charging. Just food for thought. All right, is it 100? Okay, centimeters. Roughly, the thing's about maybe 5.5 feet long by about almost 2.5 feet wide. Standing up, it's just about probably 5'6". So there you go. That item weighs 160 pounds. So when you're trying to maneuver it and move it around on the wheels, you're going to see that it does take some strength. So those are some considerations. It does have a weight limit because it's only so big, it's only so strong. Good news, I actually got some footage of me repairing some things when it arrived. It came with a little damage, but not to worry. The manufacturer was fantastic. They sent me the new stuff. I'm going to show that for you. But 265 pounds is the limit, okay? Maybe you could get away up to 270, but it's probably not going to be covered under warranty. So there you go. There's a bunch of other people talking about how awesome it is. I got to be honest. I love this thing. So let's get into what it does and up close and personal and how it looks in my cramped garage. The other things I did want to point out is it does come with an instructional manual, which is really awesome. It tells you how to unfold it and fold it, put it back together, all that kinds of stuff. It also gives you the maintenance tips, such as how to lube it and also to keep up with the silicone spray, especially for the belt itself. Plus, you get the tools necessary to deal with it. So, and it's just really straight down to the point. Look at, and they even gave you a bottle of lube for every 3 months you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to put it in the application where it says in the instructions specifically. So, you know what? For the price of this thing, I am thoroughly impressed. I'm going to be getting some serious use out of this. Now, the couple questions that I do have is in a few months from now, I want to see how this thing holds up in a Florida garage. So please tune in. I will do an update video on this piece of equipment. Well, that down into, oh, you know what? I got to show you this. Didn't even think about it. See if it'll work. Oh, wow. And that quick, it's reading my pulse at 80. I take it off, back to calories. See if I can really get in there and show you. So reading my pulse, super simple. Just grab here, allow the machine to pick up what's going on. Now I'm at 88. Super easy, super quick. Pull my hand off. I went up to 91, so you can track that if you need to. And then boom, I'm back to calories. Super easy, super simple. And the coolest thing about this whole area here, super easy to clean, to wipe sweat off. All you gotta do is take a rag. Everything's super flat. I like that. Make sure all the amoebas and stuff don't build up here. I know, bacteria. Well, that pretty much does it for the P-Star 100 by Fear. I'm really impressed by it. I got a lot of questions as I'm going to be using this thing myself. I really want to see how it will stand the test of time, especially me being about 235 pounds and jogging on this baby, and also being in a garage with a lot of humidity and a lot of heat in Florida. But if you like this video or you have any questions about this piece of equipment, please go ahead and comment below. I have tons of other videos on workout equipment. I'm going to leave the playlists here. I really appreciate a subscription, and as always, everybody be safe out there. Please have a great day. God bless, all that good stuff. I'm John the Pilot. This is Aviator's Garage, and until the next video, I'll see ya.